Hello everyone, this is the Keenanator and I'm bringing you some Pokemon Yellow, old school style on the emulator, Visual Boy Advance. Um, this beginning part's going to be a little slow, but we'll get through it. I'm just going to be talking about what the goals are. I'm planning on going through all the Pokemon games, just one per era, I'd say, yellow, red, um, blue, one of those, and then I'll go on to silver and gold, one of those, and then probably emerald on the next one. I'm trying to do the most unique of them, all of them. There really wasn't much difference between diamond and platinum, or diamond and pearl, but platinum there was. And I kind of know what some of the stuff is, what I was doing. I could still kind of remember a little bit of it because it's about the same from Fire Red to this one too, so I could get the beginning part down a little bit. I didn't remember all the stuff with Gary though. I didn't realize that Eevee's actually on the table. That's kind of cool though. Um, I don't remember though, but I always I think I've every single time I've ever played Yellows, I've always evolved Eevee. I'm gonna not do it this time though, and see if he just doesn't evolve because I know I evolved him in the Jolteon on my original one way back when, and Jolteon's a freaking speed demon. Yeah, and he is not easy to fight in the Elite Four when Gary's champ. And I don't even, I do I did the competitive stuff there for a while. I don't even know if they have EVs on yellow. I know they don't have dark as an attribute, which is not cool at all, but it makes it a lot harder to kill ghosts and psychics. But we don't really have to fight any until later on. But, it could be an issue. And I am playing on 500% speed on the emulator. So if I ever, it actually looks like the frame rate makes it look like it's not as fast, but because I only did like 10 frames on here to record, but on mine it is like going around that. I mean that look, it made me look really dumb, and I do that a lot, so I'm just gonna look really dumb a lot of the time. I can't even walk around right. Um, I couldn't really remember what all to do. I remember I used to get so stuck on this, I had like a Charizard like level 50 by Lieutenant Surge because I didn't get the SSN ticket from Bill or something, and that's pretty high for level 40 at on before the third gym. I didn't do an SSN or anything. I just wanted them, so I just kept battling people. And you'll very rarely see me run from a fight because there's really not a point since I have the speed increase. It's really not very much faster, and it's a good habit to get into for later on the other versions because there will be shinies and stuff, and I don't know how that works, but somehow it makes it so that you're less likely to run into more of them. Okay, this will make it a little bit better now. I just delivered the parcel, and now I can catch some Pokemons. Yeah. And I'm so retarded right here. I forget the town map. I don't even get to talk to the to what is it, Gary's sister or something, or mom. So I end up coming all the way back, or no, I don't. I don't even come back later for it. I just so I'm running the most of the game without a town map. I just since I'm already on the desktop anyway, though, I've just been going and looking at a website. And there's a few times where I might black out on this, but it's because it'd probably be faster for me just to black out than for me to actually walk back. So I'm not saying I didn't mean intentionally die. Like it doesn't look like I intentionally die, but it's because I could have avoided it. I just didn't. So see, like right there, you see me walking all around. I'm crazy. I end up buying some Pokeballs and some antidotes. I know that there was I used to remember there used to be a ton of Weedle in there, but I really didn't see very many. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe it's one of those red or blue things. I don't even know. I come over here because I know you can fight Gary over here, and I want to get some guys. Train a little bit. I was going for a Mankey. And this guy just perfectly fell down to a catch zone, so I just ended up throwing a Pokeball at him. I don't really nickname any of my guys. I might start doing that. I'm not really sure if I want to. Yeah, I don't have. It almost looks like my throttle on this is making me go up to 5 times speed is just running shoes. I mean, from that point it does. So that makes it look a little bit better, I guess. Just my fights are gonna be a little bit faster. And there's a Mankey. I was looking for one of these. And Mankey, he's okay. As far as stats and everything. If you can get him a Machop is way better. And that's normally what I do is I use a Mankey until I get him a Machop. But I think I'm going to stick it all the way through with Mankey on this one, at least until I get like a Bulbasaur or something. Because, that's a lot of slots if I want to use all of them, and I kind of do. So, I mean, that's 4 of my slots already, Pikachu, and then all the other 3. And Pikachu does get on my nerves later on because he kills me, man. He's so weak for some reason. I don't even know. And I'm gonna have to figure out something with him. So going through, just growing some levels right now. So going back to Poke Center, healing real quick. I might train a little bit more, or I'm gonna fight Gary. I don't really know how I'm feeling right now. And another thing is since I got Squirtle, then I don't really have any need for a Magikarp, and I always get Magikarp too to get Gyarados, because Gyarados is just he's a beast. I'm trying to figure out too. I gotta go back and look at a lot of this information, like how to like I know Nidoran evolves into with the Moonstone. But I don't know what a good level is to evolve him into Nidorino, or I can't even remember. Maybe you're supposed to keep him Nidoran the whole time, or he gets terrible moves if he goes to Nidorino. I don't really know, but I know I'm gonna have to evolve someone pretty soon, pretty early on, to be able to have a chance. Since Pikachu really didn't ever evolve, and they get a lot stronger when they evolve. So we'll have to figure out something with that. And I remember way back when, and that's why I'm walking around right here, is I remember people used to say you could catch Bulbasaur right here, which I don't ever really believe them, because I had never seen it. But, this is the XP share way of doing it right here. I thought that was pretty crazy. Found a Pidgey at level 7 right there. That's pretty strong. What if I just was walking back and from Gary and I'd seen that? I mean, that'd mess me up pretty good. I don't even think Pikachu could beat him, even with the super effective. And I'm guessing since this game is so old that some of the attack powers on the moves are different too, because I wouldn't believe the super effective move would only do so much. Like it seems like should be stronger than this. And I did find like the weakest Nidoran out of all of them, so had to go level him up a little bit real quick, because I do plan on using all of them. One of the other games I might just only use one or something. I'm wondering though also on Gold and Silver if I should just play the new ones. Probably I think I'm gonna go play the old ones and the new ones. But should I trade around? I know these emulators you can use them to trade for all 3 of the starters if you want. Thinking about doing that, but on the second gen, I really don't like too many of the starters. I mean, Totodile is pretty cool, and I think I would use him, but he's a water Pokemon. I mean, really, if the best one to use is a fire one, because you can't actually catch a fire Pokemon, really. I mean, there's like 4 on this whole Pokemon Yellow fire Pokemon. Oh no, there's more than that. Growlithe, Ponyta, their evolution, Moltres, Charmander. Magmar, but that's 5, I think, or no, 6, whatever, not including evolutions or something like that. So, I mean, that's still less. I mean, I'm sure there's like 30 grass Pokemon or something, or grass poison or bug poison, or something similar they would have about the same weaknesses. But fire, I mean, it's just water, rock, and ground. I mean, there's not a lot of other things like that. So, but I don't think they have ice on this one either. I mean, well, Articuno, but I don't think he's even qualified as that on here. Well, I'll just have to see. I do plan on doing extra stuff too. I'm not just playing this for the Elite Four. I'm playing it to do the. I'm planning on getting the birds, and I don't know if I can completely complete my Pokedex, but I'll get up to at least over 100, which that's 66% of the way done. So that'll be like 66 caught, or I can't do 100 because, or I can't do all of them because I don't even think you have access to all of them. And freaking, I've noticed a lot of the guys on here are just spamming sand attack and stuff like that. When that's just like the biggest annoyer. It's really, it actually does help a lot. I don't know if y'all know how the stat modifier work, but like if you use like growl or tail whip or something and it says defense fell, then it drops it by one stage. And if you do like screech, which is harshly fell, it drops 2 stages. And the stage system works like if he drops once, his let's say it's attack. If they use growl and lowers your attack, it's going to drop to 87% of what its potential is. Like whatever stat you are right now, it's going to be 87% of that, or 87.5. It drops to 12.5%. And if they do it again to you again, that's actually your attacks are 75%. And again, it's like 66 maybe, and then 50, and it can go all the way down to 25. It's 6 times you can use it on someone, and it'll lower them down all the way to 25% of their normal attack is what you can do. And really, what you need to do is the best one to probably use is double team, because it raises your evasiveness, and that means they can't hit you pretty much. That means you evade their attacks, and when it's a buff and not a negatory thing, then like double team, since it raises one of your stats, it's going to raise you up to 150%. Your evasiveness will be 100% of just normal. That'd be probably like a 5% chance of them missing or something. So you use double team, and it'll raise you up to 150 the very first time, 150% of your normal, and then 200%, 250, 300%. 350 and 400%. So you give me 4 times what your normal evasiveness is, which you probably, I don't know what the exact multiplier is for it, but you actually do not get hit very much, which is very good. And see, that one's actually a buff on you, so you don't have to keep applying it to them if they have like 6 Pokemon. So use double team on yourself, and you'll always be out there, so you'll be good. And sometimes I have the hardest time using the keyboard to do start. I put it way off to the side because I kept clicking it on accident. So, and I'm just gonna look around in this forest because I really don't remember very much of it. And I'm gonna be doing this most of the time. Hopefully, it's not bothering very many of y'all. Is just switching over. Getting a drink of water real quick. I might actually, after I get through all the versions, I might start doing some, I don't know what it's called now. It used to be Shoddy Battles, which is just like online software where you can designate EVs, like the EV points and IVs and stuff like that, to test a team for battling on the computer. But I don't know if I want to do that because that's the only way I can actually do the battles, because my internet is I have good internet and everything, but the router configuration security settings, you have to pretty much turn them all the way down to use the DS, and I'm just not comfortable with that, so I might have to see if I can work something out with it. But right now I'm not good with it. So oh wait, that's right, I do come back for the town map later. I remember that. It's way later though. I remember now. Yeah, you have to take that Diglett tunnel over here anyway for something. So Um, I just came all the way back, and it's really hard to tell where the how the map runs and stuff without the map. And that was I was gonna start over in not Celadon, but the one with the Lavender Tower. Lavender, I guess it's Lavender Town then, right? Uh, but then I was like, man, that was really far to walk. I didn't realize that Diglett tunnel cut through right there, so made it pretty easy. And see, look, that's what I was talking about. See, he just keeps it hardened, so that's how much it increases every time. So he'll be at 200%. It's after nothing just about. I didn't get a Caterpie or anything like that either. I mean, I just they're I don't know if they're worth the payout on what they give you. Like if I'm gonna pick something sucky and make it evolve, I'm gonna pick Magikarp, because at least when I get Gyarados, I actually got a prize. I mean, Butterfree is really nothing special, and Beedrill isn't either. Just their stats might be a little bit better, but their move set is just it's not up to good enough standards for me, and it's partially due because you normally count like an evolution jump as a positive, and when they go into Metapod and Kakuna, it's actually a downgrade because it just makes them weaker as far as or attacking offensively. So it's tougher. And see through here, I'm trying to get my guys up a little bit. And, knew I was gonna need Mankey for the for Brock's gym, and I mean, I could have easily KO'd all of them with Pidgey. I mean, Gus should do some damage to him, but I really needed to get Mankey up so that I could work on some of the other guys. So most of these videos are going to be about a little over 20 minutes. There's one later on that's going to be 37, but it's going to be followed by a 12-minute. I don't know if I'm going to break it into two or not, but it was taking me a very long time to get through one of those caves that you need flash for. I mean, I did use flash and everything. I didn't do it in the dark, but I think I was right there next to the end and I died. And that was unintentional. I just didn't have any revives or anything yet. I just hadn't got to that point in the game. So I had to go all the way back inside the cave, and I kept running into Zubats and stuff. But I think I'll be able to, I could just cut it down or whatever, but I don't know. This is mainly to show you how to, get through the game and what strategies to use and how early to think of them. And I mean, I don't know if any of y'all are actually going to play Pokemon Yellow, but at least y'all can look back and reminisce. I always like doing that about these kinds of games. These are actually pretty fun, if you have an emulator. It's not hard to get at all, but you can normally play, I'm going to play through this whole game in 3 hours, maybe 4 hours or so. The entire game, it used to take, at minimum like 35 hours to play through one of these. I'm just adding this stuff. Do y'all know what the battle style is? I have no idea what that means. I mean, it's shift or set. I didn't. What does that mean? So, I ran out of PPs. PP. Yep. I want to know who came up with the idea to call a move PPs in a video game for the target age group was kids. I mean, they just think it'd be funny if kids were like, you ran out of PP. And there's a lot of high level Pidgeys in here. And quick attack, that's another good one. Actually, one of the best moves to get on early on is like a move like Sonic Boom or Dragon Rage. Dragon Rage is actually the best because they have set damage that they do. Sonic Boom always does 20, and Dragon Rage always does 40 every single time, no matter what. So I just making sure I hit all the points in here, and I think I end up turning around like in just a second because I went the wrong, or I thought I missed something, but I don't think I did now that I look at it. But there's double checking, and there's a lot of battling. going on. I really didn't realize that when I was playing, like how many times I run into a battle. Might be just because I kill him so much, but like it makes this video seem really choppy. I might change it as I go. You ever wonder why like the trainers all are like bug catchers and stuff like that? Why wouldn't they just all be like more like you? Because you know, just assuming from the TV show, if you watched it, was like when they turn 11 or 10 or something like that, they go to Professor Oak and they give him a Pokemon. You know, wouldn't that be like the biggest ripoff if you went to Professor Oak and he gave you a Caterpie? I mean, that would be so terrible. I mean, I just don't understand why there's bug catcher. Like, why don't wouldn't you think that everyone have a Charmander, Bulbasaur, or Squirtle, or something like that, just by default? I mean, they should at least have that. And Nidoran just got double kick. I was surprised when he got that. That made me pretty happy. Because fighting is good against Rock, so he'll be another useful asset I can use against Brock. And Nidoran, when he evolves, man, he is strong. He's one of my strongest guys in my lineup, and I'm probably gonna evolve him pretty soon after I get him to Nidorino. Not sure though. You know, I fight every single person, and later on, I am starting to get behind. You know, as far as being caught up on levels to these other guys. Like I keep wiping and stuff, and they just keep killing my team, and I just don't understand it. I mean, it might just be because they're not very strong. I don't ever evolve Pikachu either, and I don't know if I should. I always I like him following me. I don't think he follows me after I change him into Raichu, and I don't know. It's just he's really not that much better. So. And I made it to Pewter City just in time. It's time for Brock to get that stupid look off his face, because I am going to beat him. Or something like that, if that made sense. Yeah. You're going down, Brock. Dun dun dun. I'm checking all these houses, because I know I'm going to miss something that's really, needed, like a town map, which I didn't even do in the first city, but I'm doing it in all the other ones. So, and I know there's other stuff as you get later on, as there's a lot of the aids, the Professor Oak aids, and they can help you with stuff, like give you XP share or XP all on this one. I don't think XP share is on this one. There's another weird one that they got rid of, was XP all. XP all was not in any way overpowered. I mean, it gave you XP on all your guys. But I don't even remember him having a Diglett. That was a surprise right there, because he's not even really rock. He's ground. And he's ground too. He's not rock. And the whole time I've been thinking that Brock is just rock Pokemon. But I guess he's both. Because, I mean, Brock only has rocks, I'm pretty sure. I think he has Geodude and Onix, just like he did in the TV show and everything. And I got real lucky right there. Do you see that Mankey learn low kick just right then? So that makes it so much easier. It does more damage depending on how, or the heavier you are. And rocks, of course, are heavy. So I don't even think I really use him too much though, because he dies. And see, a lot of my guys that I'm gonna have are called, like, typically in online battling, they'd be considered sweepers, meaning that they have no defense and they're all attack and offense and speed. They get in there, they didn't put in a couple hits, and then they die. And that's how most of the team's going to be on here. Besides, like a few, like Nido King won't be a sweeper, but he'll be I don't even know what you'd call him on there. But he's equally balanced in a lot of his stats, and they're a lot higher than a lot of Pokemon. So this is me healing my Pokemon, and I am signing off. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all for part 2.